into the winner bracket semifinal, and now we will witness either the LawLiet qualifying for the offline event from June 4 to June 10, or his downfall to the lower bracket. Lin versus LawLiet. Here we go. The stats, as we mentioned, are insane in favor of Lin. 61% versus Night Elf. He's only afraid of Foggy and Life. Maybe Moon nowadays, we don't know. Haven't seen that too much. In AWL, Lin was defeated by Moon. But LawLiet is not Moon, is not Life, is not Foggy. Can he adapt to Lin? Can he put something out of his head to surprise the Master of Orcs? Best of 3. Whoever wins 2 matches is in the winner bracket final.
And as you said, should LawLiet be it? He is through. He is going to China. It was like 2 weeks ago or something, and then I got a message from LawLiet in the Nettie's messenger, and he sounded like pretty, you know, sad, honestly, and disappointed. He was like, "Oh, Remo, I'm not going to be able to make it to GCS this time. I hope I see you again next year." And I was like, "Dude, what are you talking about? There's another qualifier. If you do well there, you still have a chance." But he really didn't seem to be convinced. But now he's only 1 step away. To be honest, though, the hurdle in his way is one of the scariest ones we have in the scene. Lin, he may not have looked too impressive yesterday against WFZ, but yeah, different matchup. Deck has been reshuffled. He just took out TH, and he seems to be in top shape again today.
I agree. There was not a flaw in his game against TH. LawLiet, we don't know how he played against Chimiko, but if you defeat Chimiko 2-0, then that's certainly a showing. I mean, it's one of LawLiet's best matchups. What we see here in the base of the Night Elf is 2 Moonwells, so he's not going for the Foggy special, he's not going for the 2-minute 30 tech. It's gonna be later, and the question is how fast can he tech despite the 2 Moonwells, and how much pressure can he do to the Orc main base?
The Foggy special is you pick up the item, you run over right away because you want to be the aggressor. You don't want to have to deal with harassment in your own base. But he took a little bit more time. This was a little bit slower. And by the way, Lin was not creeping at all. He goes for double circlet, super aggro, no creeping at all for him.
Alright, we're waiting for some lumber. And then we'll see the tech around 2, 3. Okay, it is a fast tech. Okay, it's like in the middle. Normally it's like 3 minutes, 2 minutes 45 is okay, but now how does he deal with the pressure? And he's not allowed to lose some wisps here.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, 1 has been lost. It has been detonated, so no experience though. Could he block in something here? Oh, the archer gets ensnared against the creeps. That you really don't want. So she's probably gonna die right here, and you want to keep her alive. Obviously, Blade Master in the Windwalk. Can wait for a little bit more mana for another backstab, perhaps. But really nice movement positioning, by the way. The one in the south, with 4 wisps safely parked behind. That's really cool. So he lost 1 archer and 1 wisp, and he remade an archer, actually. And a second one.
Yeah, quite an investment already by LawLiet. Well, Lin, of course, went for double circlet. That is also quite unusual. He doesn't have selves, he doesn't have clarity, so he can't tank too much, but he steals another item from LawLiet's side, he steals another bit of experience, and this is the mantle, which is of course not that great. Invest into another grunt for better creeping at the 3rd Brewers Cup. No pressure from LawLiet so far, and when you want to beat Lin, you have to be right in his face from the start. I think there's no other way.
And he's making more archers. What is this? Is this like 2005 again, where you play archers plus talents? Usually nowadays, it's only talents. Oh, nice block against the archer. Is he actually gonna get the kill here? Couldn't quite keep it up with the grunt, but good damage at least towards her. Now the blade completely out of mana, no regen on him, so he's gonna have to walk a long way home. And of course, LawLiet knows this, should be feeling safe right now. Blade Master can't really apply too much more pressure. But there's no Ancient of War in position anywhere to creep, so I don't even know how much he can do right now. Maybe that's the reason for these additional archers, so he can creep even without an Ancient of War.
Yeah, or is he doing something super cheesy, like Hippogriff Riders? Because he feels in a straight-up game he has no chance, so He has to provide the cheese. Like, look at this. There's no Beastmaster yet. There's no staffs. He's playing something entirely different. I mean, there's a Beastmaster now, but he's not going into the base with it.
I mean, it's always been more the Korean approach to not be as ultra aggressive as we see Foggy being. Always going for the base, always going for the tier 2 cancels, for the logic cancels. Koreans have in the past traditionally played more passively. Sometimes it's the Beastmaster only creeping, whereas the Demon Hunter will be the one to harass. Sometimes it's only creeping from the Night Elf side. And this creeping, well, didn't work out too well. He got the one High Priest, lost an Archer for it. But the Blade Master himself, he's not even level 2 yet, so he's fairly underwhelming himself.
Yeah, Lin is sacrificing his own experience for pressure on the Night Elf, which I like, because he brings the fights, the little skirmishes into LawLiet side of the base, steals a bit here and there, items experience whatsoever. Shop is coming up only now, so not even a chance to go for Step of Preservation. Can be easily cancelled by this Blade Master.
And will be cancelled indeed. Oh, is he gonna get blocked in here? Good surround attempt. Yeah, he's not getting out. This Blade is gonna die. Question is, how long is it gonna take? He's gonna run around and be annoying. It is only a level 1 hero, yes, so he's gonna come back soon, but he is gonna be extremely slow to progress to his level 2 and level 3.
Yeah, but LawLiet is spending more time on killing this Blade Master than Lin will need for the Blade Master to come back, and that is all the time in the world for the TC to creep up. And the damage of Lin usually comes from the shockwaves. It's not the big pimped Blade Masters that we see. And oh my god,
is he letting him get away? That would have been a massive mistake. Yeah, it was time for the TC to creep, but he only had 2 runs, so he couldn't do that too quickly. He's still at level 2. He is gonna get level 2 here. But this big creep camp is not going to be contested. This is lots of experience for the Night Elf, and hopefully an item that makes him more survivable. With the Health Stone or the Ankh, there's 2 here that the Ogre can drop. The rest, perhaps not so great. And he gets the Mana Stone. Meh. Could certainly expect him to be selling that. Really nice Raider usage actually here. The single Raider only takes out one of the talents. And was not being attacked at all. Maybe a slight mistake there from LawLiet. But he wants to take out this creep camp. This did give him level 2 Beastmaster and closer to level 3 Demon Hunter.
LawLiet already has a good wisp spread, so he has some vision on the map. We see it here, we see it here, we see it here. Now with the Hawk, it's gonna be even better for him. Tier 3 is done, and we see the Master Training coming right up as well as the shop. So still no staff on the heroes. We don't have a Tinker yet. 36 supply for the Night Elf, 43 for Lin. And this is almost the level 3 for the TC. With the Tome of Experience it is. Pick it up. Pick it up. He doesn't pick it up.
Didn't even see it. I mean, I didn't even see it.
That was a bit of a bad angle.
I was like, what? Is this another weird bug? Oh, LawLiet losing talents here to creeps. This was a very big camp and courageous camp to take. It was level 3 for the Demon and Boots of Quel'Thalas. Oh, that is certainly very nice. Scouting as well with the illusion, seeing where the Orc is. That is now level 3 for the TC. Finally, one of the win for him. Probably not going to be too useful. A lot of gold though if you want to sell it.
On the other side, you can use it against the Demon Hunter to prevent mana burns from the TC in good situations there. So why not? I think if you can put it to good use.
If you can disable a staff, for example, with it, that would be really, really good. But, you know, there has to be a situation for it. And there might not always be one revealing itself. He lost another talent to creeps. LawLiet. What's happening here?
Yeah, it is not a perfect play, that's for sure. But it's a level 3 Beastmaster, thanks to another Tome of Experience. And this Raider falls finally. He was a little bit too ambitious on his one-man trip down there in the south. On the other side, Blade Master's getting level 3 as well. The TC found a bit of Giant Strength, is okay, has a little more mana. But in general, Lin's items are quite underwhelming.
He's heading a peon out here. Seems like he wants to expand and then play a base harass game, perhaps. This could be getting scouted soon here with a Wisp nearby and not quite yet. Hero levels on the Night Elf side. are like really good. Usually where we see orcs dominating the Night Elf is when they don't give them any chance to get high-level heroes and always find those fights in between the creep phases. And yeah, the Night Elf just never gets those higher-level skills. But he has level 2 Quilbeast here and a Tome of Experience on the ground. How nice. That's going to be level 2 Tinker. Thank you very much.
That's Lin's own fault. Obviously, he crept that spot, didn't pick it up. And so we have the passive on the Tinker for more movement speed and faster clock.
Damage. Oh, wait a minute. He's got cluster rockets.
Wait, really?
Or he hasn't spent the skill point yet because he doesn't have the passive.
Okay. That is interesting. Haven't seen that in a while.
Don't know if it's good now, but it's certainly better.
Shop is gone. And that's big because Lin at 60 supply now doesn't have a mana potion on his TC. He loves the mana potions early on, usually.
Fairy Dragon here as well. That's really nice. There is, however, 8 supply stuck in like range piercing damage. Going for the Beastmaster right away with the invulnerability. Shockwave coming in, big damage, and TP out immediately from LawLiet. He had his heal scroll to use after that one. The invul on the blade was already gone, and still he retreats right away. Surprises me.
He got an invul from the Blade Master. He got that shop. It's okay. He would have lost quite a bit more. I guess the position wasn't super ideal. And now he can go to his own shop for heal scrolls because he has only one. Ah, he doesn't have the gold, actually. Stays at 50 supply, as it always is the case for Night Elves versus Orc. So, Lin, what do you do now? He's supply stuck as well.
A town is under siege.
But more experience here for LawLiet. It's gonna get him close to level 4 Demon, which is like a really big tankiness upgrade. And the Tinker is gonna get stronger as well. Could be Catgas Pipe the Dream. Or wasn't better ones.
In general, a fantastic item for Night Elves playing Talons. Meh, it's 10% damage on everything, but if you only do like 10 damage, then it's only 1 extra. So you see how this goes. For the Demon Hunter, of course, it's nice, who is a really good damage dealer now. For the Quilbeast as well.
Town is under siege.
Still only 1 invul. The Bat Rider is harassing in the base and getting cancelled or attacked by a Crow form Talon. Nice to see. Very rare to see. The big threat for LawLiet and what he has to worry about is the TC. He's level 4 and yeah, level 5 TC is most of the time the win.
Still gonna take a while though. 59 supply for the Orc, 50 for the Night Elf. Consumables wise, double heal scroll, triple invul.
Triple heal scroll for LawLiet though.
Really?
Yes, triple heal scroll, triple invul.
Oh, that's sick. That's an absolutely sick inventory. What I really like to see out of Night Elf, something that Foggy has started doing more and more, is in these pushes, have wisps. First for Dead Knight, and second, if you have some left over, for Ancients of War. But there's no wisps at all here in this push. We have Fairy Dragons. And Talons, of course. And Archers, which perhaps I should have denied. But here we go. Lin is coming in from the north. How does he want to engage this? When does he want to engage this?
Lin is losing the Rex, that's for sure. So no grunts, but of course against Talons you don't want that. One of the Fury Dragons is dead, thanks to a sacrifice of the Bat Rider. He is poking into this base, and if he pushes a little forward, he can get a lot of burrows.
Would expose himself to a bad position though. Not something that LawLiet seems to be interested in. Shockwave.
For nothing.
On the TC. A little bit of damage at least.
At least he doesn't get dispelled. He's getting more Berserkers. Lin has 2 of them already. Builds the shop far in the back.
Oh,
and yeah.
I think LawLiet is committing to the burrows. This could be a TP out once again.
Yeah.
Lin made some extra ones, so he's not supply stuck yet, but he will be. He's gonna lose this one and the next one.
Whoa.
And didn't get any return kills.
That was some serious min-maxing there. He was about to, like, not kill the 1 burrow, but the Demon Hunter took care. In the meantime, he switched all the right clicks to another burrow, killing both. So, Lin is stuck at 60 supply forever. LawLiet is breaking upkeep as a Night Elf. Not the most usual thing in the world to see. 60 supply. And the Demon Hunter is getting closer to 4. The Tinker's getting closer to 3. He still has the triple heal, triple invul.
More Berserkers for him. More Berserkers, more Talons. Would like to see more Fairies. Like 3 Fairies, you can't take them out. Just too many hit points, effective HP. And I was moving across. He has the money for a TP again. I hope he gets one. That's sometimes the way the Night Elves die. Not having that safety of the teleport.
Oh, can he cyclone? Yeah. Did we see a single cyclone so far?
Yeah, we did, but not too many. That's true. And that's why these talents have a lot of mana as well. So do the walkers, of which we have 5, by the way. Good number.
TC 4.6. Position is again good. He's fighting at a choke, but the Demon Hunter, is he overexposing himself? Catches an end snare? No, Lin doesn't want to fight, being only at 60. With equal supply, the Orcs never want to fight. Just keep running away. We have a Cyclone here. Only 100 mana. If a mana burn is coming in fast, he might die, but no.
Player forces are under attack.
And the Neue army consolidates again. Nice shockwave here, hitting 5 of the targets. Demon Hunter can't really get into position, it seems like. Fairy Dragons up in the air. This fight seems to be all over the place. And good damage coming from the fairies. Level 5 for the TC. How did this happen so quickly? And now look for the shockwaves. They're all clumped up. All of the talents. The damage could be major. Where are these mana burns? He's keeping the Demon Hunter far away. And this shockwave is gonna be juicy.
Oh, perfect fight here by Lin with the shockwave, keeping the Demon Hunter in the air with his own Wind of the Wind and the end snares. There's not a single mana burn on this Tauren Chieftain. Here we go again. Massive damage. Now it's time to pick them up. But there's another heal scroll. So much healing. Tinker has still another Invo Potion. Might be safe. Mass Cyclone being used. The talents are streaming in from the main base. Also, the Berserker's being taken out. The Tinker survives with the Invo Potion. But for how long? Pocket Factory is down. Lin on the retreat. How many kills can he get?
Demon Hunter in the front lines being focused. There's still an interval for him to use, or a staff, or something. He's dropping very low. He's dropping very, very low. Dude, Invul! Very last second after the critical strike, which wasn't too high, by the way. Invul now on the Blade Master as well. Looking for the Beastmaster kill. There is a TP still. Invul before, though. The Demon now in trouble, in deep trouble, and he dies before the TP out. And that's the GG. LawLiet will lose this, and Lin takes the 1-0 lead.
Quite a few questionable decisions here for LawLiet, I think. Taking this fight, maybe he was surprised because Lin was wrapping around that shop and caught him there. I think if he TPs out immediately, Lin was still supply stuck, so there was still so many consumables on LawLiet. He can't afford to lose this town portal, even with the losses of 1 or 2 talents. And then at the end, all his heroes were exposed, and he still stayed in that fight. At the end, he didn't move over the town portal to the Demon Hunter, even though he was at like 3 HP already. But man, this engagement of Lin... I told you, the freaking Wind of the Wind kept the Demon Hunter at the bottom left side of the shop. He couldn't reach the TC if his life depended on it.
Yeah, LawLiet got greedy there. He felt like he had the advantage, found the Orc in a weird position in that little choke next to the shop where the Orc usually never wants to be. And then he didn't clump up his army. The demon was so far away from the talent, and he thought, doesn't matter. I engage anyways. I should have the upper hand. But yeah, that level 5, Jesus. He didn't get burned once the entire engagement. I think crazily enough, it would have still been possible for LawLiet if he TPs out in the end, keeps all the heroes alive.
Yeah, but that was impossible.
He would have had... No, I mean, he uses the invul on the Tinker, and then he could have TP'd out, save all the heroes.
Yep.
At that point, the game would have slowed down, perhaps, and would have been even between the two, I guess. And he would have had to fight against a level 5 TC, which is never really easy. But I think it almost looked like a bait from Lin, trying to make him bloodthirsty, trying to make him chase, trying to force him into a bad position. If that really was intentional by Lin, once again, hats off to this master, who I think was in a pretty dire situation that game, but turned it around very well.
Then again, prioritizing the TC leveling, despite the 2 tomes of experience for LawLiet, he was able to get that one, and yeah. I have to mention this over and over, if you're not aggressive, you can't beat Lin. It's just a fact at this point. Because he's so strong in the late game. He's so strong in the late game, he almost fights perfectly. I don't know.
Don't forget to go ready, by the way.
Oh.
I really didn't like that he kept the 2 archers around. He was sitting at 50 supply for a long time. I really think he should have denied those 2. Trade them out for a fairy dragon or a talon each. I don't care. Each is much better. Archer in the late game is just so bad. Berserker, yeah, okay. You can go for that on the native side. But not the archers. That was a bit of a mistake, I feel. But honestly, until that botched engagement, I think LawLiet could have won that game.
I agree. That was certainly one of his best shots at Lin, but didn't really work out.
So now, possibly a complete change of styles. If this was Moon, I would bet good money that we're gonna see a Beastmaster here because we're going on to Twisted Meadows next.
Yes.
Usually, the Orc counter pick, so hard for Night Elf to like play anything here. It seems like if the Orc does a good job scouting. So here we go. What's LawLiet's plan? Is this gonna be a neutral hero? Is this gonna be expansion play? Is this gonna be supported by Mercs? Is it gonna be Moon style? Well, it doesn't look like it because we're starting off with an altar first. Should be the Demon Hunter. And
It could be like there's Night Elves are very flexible on this very map. They can play an Archer opening. They can play a Huntress opening. At tier 2, they can go for an Entry Protector push. They can go for Dryads. They can rush tier 3 for Bears or Master Talents. Basically, everything is possible on this map. So Lin has to scout very well. Lin has to adapt a little bit to what LawLiet is doing, especially with the choice of the second hero. If LawLiet decides to go Dryads, then a TC would be a complete waste. I mean, there is a little bit of disable with Storm, but you really want to pick the TC for the Shockwave. And then if you're facing Dryads, especially with the new Serpent Wards, then a Shadow Hunter is much, much, much better. So this is going to be the most interesting part. The Night Elf dictates the game and the Orc reacts.
Yeah, but it feels like if the Orc is playing absolutely, well, nobody can play absolutely perfectly, but absolutely up to snuff, then he can respond very well. Night Elf expansions can be found, can be cancelled. If he goes for the 3 Huntresses into Talon play, that's very safe. That cannot be punished too hard, but it's going to be a very late Talon arrival, because of course the Huntress tech was coming before that. And normally, Lin is a player who will always be looking out and will be finding the perfect way or the close to perfect way to play. AP push, you mentioned, we saw in the past, but every time I see Lin play, he uses the second or third grunt to scout around the base. He doesn't forget that. He doesn't seem to make those silly mistakes. And he's going for a 2 borrow tech here without a shop, however, so should still be fast. And he's going to have quite a few grunts out early. Makes a lot of sense on this map.
I agree, the 2 borrow tech is fairly normal on Twisted. Same as the build for the Night Elf, who goes for Huntress opening, which is, I think, the majority of the games on Twisted Meadows by Night Elves are still opened by Huntresses. So we're closing in on 3 minutes, and this is when the techs start usually. We have Lin just waiting for a little bit of lumber. There we go, 2 minutes 20, fastest tech in the game. And LawLiet, he needs a lot of lumber, but that's of course due to the Huntress opening.
Forces are under attack.
And he's going to the burrows.
Yes, exactly. This is what I missed on last Refuge. This is the aggression that Foggy is showing us every single time.
Yeah, but he didn't have anything to creep, so this only costs a bit of lumber in the end. He did not go for evasion first, by the way, unless he's being very, very unlucky here. And Blade Master being just as aggressive himself towards the Night Elf main, gonna force repair, so repair on both sides forced, but this Blade can't really be pressured by anything at the moment until we have Huntresses, which are on their way.
Tech has started, and now LawLiet can pull some Wisps to repair this Moonwell, which is of course, again, resources that you really don't want to spend, especially if you go Huntress. What's the Demon Hunter's reaction? Tech is already 30% done for Lin. The Demon Hunter is not able to do anything. Blade Master is just so annoying. Result, by the way, coming in. WFZ defeats Infeed 2-1.
So the only undead in the top 4 makes it into the next round in the upper bracket, effectively getting him into top 6 total. He's also qualified, right? Already.
Yes.
But first place would be quite a bit of money. That's what this is about for quite a few of these Chinese players.
Town is under
and also, you know, good practice before GCS, getting to know your opponents, getting a feel against them. There's a lot of players who say you don't really know your opponent until you play him in a real tournament game.
I like what LawLiet is doing here, killing the shop. Demon Hunter is not hurt or anything, but whatever second hero he wants, then he wants
There's
that
an
shop.
opening to the base.
This is not supposed to happen.
Was that intentional? Normally there really isn't one.
No. Oh my god. You can hunt the wisps like all day long, all night long.
But the tech is almost over, so he's going to be able to replace them quickly. So far, only one has died. And the blade really doesn't want to get blocked in the main.
A player's forces are under attack.
And he made his way out.
Interesting early game for sure. 0 experience on the Demon Hunter. 25 experience on the Blade Master. So the only thing that died was a wisp after 5 minutes.
Yeah. And that is what we see on Twisted Meadow sometimes, because all the creep camps are pretty hard to take. Well, aside from the green ones, but they give you barely anything. No item, no tome. Just a tiny bit of experience. Double Bestiary, SH. This is like the focus strat. Mass Raiders, right? Or is it actually going to be Wind Raiders?
A player's forces are under attack.
Could be both. Or a Wyvern opening into Raiders. To just have something more against the Huntress, because there's not going to be anti-air for quite a bit of time. He's going double Engine of Wind. And tier 3, so looks like Talons to me.
Yep, absolutely. And normally, you would think, like, from damage type and amount of damage, Wind Riders counter the Talons, but it's not really true, because once there's Orb, once there's Beastmaster, once the Talons have Fairy Fire and all that, Wyverns just die like flies.
And Crow Form, man. Crow Form is the shit. I mean, then there's Bat Riders, but you can make an impact for sure and take out a few Wyvern. You're absolutely right. So it is just a Raider opening. Double Bestiary Raiders base lane, most likely.
Okay. So I think against Dryads, Mass Raiders is like so good. Against Talons, you're really gonna feel the missing Spirit Link. They're gonna take a lot of damage. But usually, a lot of that damage comes from the Demon, who is so deep in the dumpster this game. He has like no items, no experience. So his damage is gonna be severely lacking.
You know what does good damage?
What?
Since patch 1.29, it's Entangle, and we're gonna see a Keeper of the Grove. There's no Dispel for Lyn. Keeper second is also very, very good. We're gonna have Mass Disable on LawLiet side with Entangle and Cyclone.
Forces are under attack.
Keeper Talons. This may be the first time that I'm really seeing this. Yeah, Entangle got a lot better, absolutely. And when there's no Dispel, it is actually super good. Uh-oh, but the Keeper may wake to find his way back to the altar very quickly. Makes it to the Moonwelt in time, though. Demon was creeping with the Hunts, is very, very low HP. Oh,
this is pretty disastrous for LawLiet. His Keeper is surrounded, doesn't have anything to save. We have Serpent Wards against the first few Talons. Early push by Lyn. He's gonna get one Raider kill most likely. Will he get through with this? No. Okay, the siege starts. The Demon Hunter is low. The Hunters are pretty damn weak against Raiders and Serpent Wards and Blade Master. So LawLiet is in dire straits here already.
The Demon is low HP. He could get Ensnare surrounded here. He does it level 2 though. That's gonna help him out a lot. But he finds himself in the midst of all of these Orgy forces. Lyn doesn't commit to it. I'm surprised.
Everything is low for Lyn. This could be a lot of pickups here, but how many Ensnares are there? We're gonna see about that. The Raiders, man. Wow, this micro of Lyn saving every single hurt unit there is. LawLiet is supply stuck. He was quite lucky to even get the Keeper of the Grove out. There might be some kills in him here once the Keeper is back. But man, look at this. This is a combined, I don't know, 500 HP or so.
And it's gonna take a while to heal this up. And he has vision with Fairy Fire. Is he gonna try to capitalize now? And is he in a position to do this? Talon's not even master on the way yet. There it is. Okay, still gonna take a while though. Demon is hurt. Only one Huntress left. I don't even think LawLiet can pressure right now.
We see like something that is so weird. War Mill and Spirit Lodge for Lyn at 46 supply, not maxing out first, and yeah, opening up the tech tree for like 2 new units, Kodo Beasts and Walkers.
I actually really like this play by Lyn. Like he goes double Bestiary, which is going to be amazing against Dryads, and if it's not Dryads, then you use your early Ensnare, get ahead in the mid game, and still have ample time to go for the transition to Walkers.
And he has Pillage, getting more resources here from the 2 Raiders. Kind of a guerrilla troop. But of course, always you have to keep an eye out for them, otherwise there's gonna be an entangle and they die. So this means, of course, that we saw Serpent Wards and Heal Wave, that there's no hex. But of course, there's a lot of ensnare. We have another result coming in. TH 1, Chimiko 0. If Chimiko loses the next match, then we're gonna have a decider, at least between Sok and Chimiko.
Alright. Is this level 2 Serpent Wards? No, right? No, it's like 30, 40, 50 damage on the Serpent Wards.
I haven't seen the
player's
one.
forces are
That's a
under
level 2
attack.
Serpent Ward, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Over Heal Wave. Interesting. Especially with so many raiders, he should be able to keep the Demon Hunter away to not be mana burned. So, what's the heroes looking like for LawLiet? Demon still not 3. Keeper still only level 1. He does have Master now. And Alchemist 3rd.
What? I mean, since the patch I said Fury Fire Acid Bomb is gonna be so sick. -7 armor on level 1. Plus Heal Spray against Shockwave is also pretty nice. There's no mana burn, so he will be in good shape. It's all open space though, and we have mass raiders and no pocket factory to create some chokes.
And now TP is gonna be forced. The Orc can just run away. There's 2 Scrolls of Speed already on him and a TP. Seems like he's gonna use the teleport here to get out. He gets the altar killed. Lose the raider for it though. It almost looked like an expansion play, like there's something coming up for him on the other side of the map, but that's not the case.
Yes,
Maybe just some time for his tech
Forces are under
with
attack.
walkers on their way.
Yeah, there is a peon roaming around, but he's just checking for something. Lunas upgrades 01 on his units. Level 3 Demon Hunter, level 2 Keeper of the Grove with Thorn's Aura, by the way, which is basically a negative vamp aura. So the raiders will suffer if they attack something, which is quite good.
But if Entangle, how effective is this going to be once we have more walkers? At the moment, there's only one. It is adept already. He's creeping up this expansion. I think there's going to be an expo, right? When you have so many raiders, it does make a lot of sense. You're going to be able to apply a lot of base pressure. And yeah, the expansion will be coming up.
LawLiet with a Flute of Accuracy again. We saw this before, but yeah, only +1 on every single talent. Level 3 on the Shadow Hunter, level 3 on the Blade Master, Invo Potion, Heal Scroll. 2 Heal Scrolls already for Lin. Another kill here. Alchemist level 2.5. He's heavily prioritizing this now. Same level as the Keeper of the Grove. Quite interesting. And there is the expansion that you expected.
Kind of surprised we have so few wisps out on the map. There's one in the south, and that's it. Nothing else anywhere. So I wonder when he's going to scout this. Possibly very late. With the Beastmaster, Hawks will oftentimes do the scouting job. He doesn't have one. Talisman of Evasion being found here is really nice for the Keeper of the Grove, who is so squishy usually. And he has one invul, one heal potion, but only on the demon.
Vitality, by the way. Or is there an evasion one as well? No, it's a pair of vitality, so a little more HP. If LawLiet knows about this expansion, he can push it for sure. But this is not a Tinker play, this is not a Beastmaster play. It's not that easy to wreck this expansion. Entangle works, of course, fantastic against these walkers. But the raiders have so much surface area, it's gonna be sick.
How good is this Acid Bomb plus Heal Spray gonna be, I wonder? He's almost level 3, by the way. And here is the Heal Spray, but it's not against AoE, it's only against single target. Doesn't seem to be too amazing just yet. Here comes an Entangle. There is lots of stuff in the air. Good disenchant. Value usage right there of 100 mana. A couple of talents have already fallen. Everything's dropping low. The SH actually doesn't have mana anymore. There's one Heal Scroll left. Level 4 for him as well. Heal Scroll coming in from the Orc right now. Has a second one, excuse me. Didn't see the second one. And here's more and more healing from the Alchemist, but he's out of mana now. No more skills to use right here. And he has a lot of damage, but very low attack speed. Demon Hunter seems to be in charge of carrying this battle, and the talents, they're stuck against the trees. They can't be microed away anymore, and they might be dying one after the next now. LawLiet has to TP out. He gets another kill, gets his level 3, but lost so many talents over here.
Yeah, oh boy. boy, that was 10 supply gone easily, and a lot of stuff is already back in the production facilities. He didn't lose a hero, which is good because he still doesn't have an altar. He got level 3 on almost all heroes now, which will help him, but this bought so much time for Lin's expansion, which is done now. He's at 55 supply, can creep in the middle. He's in a very fantastic position. Level 4 on the Shadow Hunter means level 2 heal wave now finally. And yeah, chance for Vamp Aura here. So, Tome of Experience and Devotion, okay. So,
he has found so many crap items, dude. Devotion, Belt, and Ring +3. But it's still okay. He's still in a marvelous position.
The thing is that the Alchemist Heal Spray would be great against the TC, but he knew that the Shadow Hunter is there. And as you pointed out, it's a lot of single target damage. It's Ensnare, it's Blade Master focus, Serpent Ward's focus. I don't think he needs that Area of Effect heal that much.
Yeah, Alchemist, I've seen a lot of games of his where he looks amazing. This is not one of those games. It doesn't seem like to me.
I think he would do a lot better with more Acid Bomb.
And here we go again. First, Walker's gonna die pretty quickly here, it seems. Fairy Dragons up in the air makes it hard to choose for the Orc whether to use the spells or not. And that was a decent start of the fight for LawLiet. I suppose level 3 for the Keeper of the Grove. Is this Entangle? Level 2 must be it, and it is. And that's a lot of damage now with a new patch. Invo on the blade, trying to go for the Mauler. He's gonna take that one out. The Demon Hunter is still running around the fight with his Orb of Venom, but the Talons, man. They're dying one after the next, and once they're gone, this demon can, this blade can do whatever he wants.
Once again, impeccable micro of Lin as it seems, saving 3 units here, also using the Ensnare, sends the Walker back, and that's a little mistake. And a Raider falls, and another Raider falls. Is this the start of the comeback for LawLiet at 39 supply? He's healing up again. Entangle on the Blade Master, he does have the big heal potion, but the Shadow Hunter doesn't. Is there some kind of disable to prevent him going to the shop? Yes, there is the Entangle, and that's level 4 on the Demon Hunter. Second hero lost for Lin.
Dude, there's another Entangle. This blade might be in trouble. He has the greater healing, but there could be Acid Bomb soon. The Demon is still very healthy. What a comeback here by Lin. LawLiet. And now, greater healing has been used. Alright, he dispels the Entangle. Now the Knight of Heroes are out of mana. Can't do too much anymore, and this Keeper's dropping very low. Inwall keeps him alive for a little bit longer. Everything here is so hurt. Level 5 for this Blade Master. Ensnare now. Keeps his heroes back. Still a lot of raiders are in this army.
Lin needs a heal scroll so bad. Otherwise, like 12 supply are gonna drop. But here we go. He's backed against the forest. Is there some kind of spells to use? Oh, the Keeper getting trapped, caught off guard. Is there damage for him? No, but there's a heal spray. He's still dead. The raid is overwhelming. But if he gets a revenge kill, that's so worth it. No, man, the Blade Master is completely out of control with 2 crits in a row, killing not only the Keeper, but the Alchemist, winning him the game, getting him into the winner bracket final. LawLiet dropping down.
Damn, that almost looked like the comeback there, but wasn't quite good enough, even with that SH kill. That Entangle looked pretty sick in that fight, though, dude. Level 2 Entangle is not to be underestimated. Still has the issue that it can get dispelled, but when it doesn't, it's super sick.
Lin 4-0 in the winner bracket, undefeated, not dropping a single map, and that against TH and LawLiet. So, making a stand for being one of the big favorites, obviously, in the upcoming GCS. Holy shit, man, what a performance again. This guy is just oozing confidence.
Yeah, looked very strong today. LawLiet couldn't quite yet make it certain that he's going to be moving through. He is in the lower bracket, round 2 now. He will be playing against...
It's always a good question, man. I don't really know how that works.
Yeah, do they flip it or not? That's always the question.
I'm pretty sure they do to prevent a rematch from the early rounds.
Yeah, so he's probably going to play against either Infi or... Do we know the result of Fly versus Free?
Last I heard it was 1-0 for Fly. Let me check real quick. My mic is still too loud. Oh man, I lowered it quite a bit already. So I guess it's LawLiet versus like it's TH defeated Chimiko 2-0, by the way. Chimiko is out, therefore same points as Sok. And I think it's... I don't know. LawLiet versus TH or not. Fly versus Free is 1-1. The fuck?
It's quite surprising.
Okay, I'm tickering for read more a lot here. I asked for help before, but apparently they're all too lazy. Wikipedia also not on the perfect state right now. So we take a little break, we update all the brackets, and then we talk about what we're gonna witness next, because there's more matches to come here at Back to Walker for you guys. GCS Summer, the May race, the decision, and yeah. Feel free to check out the links beneath the stream. There's a lot of ways to support us if you like what you see, and thank you NNIS Nairo for the sub. Much appreciated, mate. So